talked on one of these microphones before, so I don't know how to hold the thing. Y'all just, y'all bear with me. This is my testimony. I'm not a finger pointer or look down my nose at anybody, or I ain't want to judge nobody. Basically, I just talk about my problem I have with alcohol for a lot of years. I grew up not different than anybody else, you know. Mom took us to church a lot of the times, all the way through school and stuff. I never really fooled with alcohol. I was a pretty good kid for the most part, kind of like Richard. I raced cars or trucks and drove fast, and it was just old redneck, really, but never really fooled with no alcohol. Went to join the Air Force. We went to Alaska and got away from church. And I drank a little bit there, here and there. I was a social drinker, what they call it. You drink, social high. So we moved, we left there, we moved to Dry Ridge, Kentucky. And there was a church right across the road from our house. And first day before we moved in, I was up there waiting for the cable guy, just me. Preacher pulls up, and I'm thinking, great, another preacher come up here to aggravate me, you know. But he's a really cool guy. That's when I figured out preachers, for the most part, were normal people. And we struck a pretty good friendship. So from 2005, 2005, roundabout. The 4 years there that we went, we did a lot in the church, didn't mess with alcohol or anything. Ended up getting a job in the coal mines, moved back home, end of 2009. Right about 2010, I worked every weekend. Never got to go to church. I would come to Sunday school, leave the mines, come to Sunday school, and then go back. But I got back into all my old buddies, and it ain't their fault, you know. But got to drinking a little bit around about 2010. And it just started. I drank a couple here or there, but you know what I could tell about drinking, for me and some of my other buddies, it's the same boat that I was in. It's kind of like having a car with a big engine in it. Sooner or later, you're going to throw that sucker to the floor and see what it'll do. Same thing with drinking. One or two, for me and some of my friends, one or two's fine, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. It got to one point where I was probably drinking a case and a half, close to 2 cases a week. And shoot, I thought it was fun. I was having a ball, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I had a big time. We had a boat, and every Sunday after church, we'd get on that boat, tear that beer up, Jack. I had a big time. I'd pull people behind my boat, drunker than a monkey. I'd pull kids behind my boat, just stupid. Drive home drunk. There's a lot of times where David and my brother and other people, I'd be so drunk that they'd be waiting for me at the boat ramp because they think I put my boat on the trailer. But I tell you, it's a lot harder to load a boat sober than it is drunk, I'll tell you that. But no, I mean, that was me. I would get home. My beer fridge was in the basement. I'd stop at that beer fridge, shoot down a couple of beers before I even went up to see my crew, you know. I put it first for a long time. While I thought I was having all this fun, we go to parties, life of the party, but just years before that, I was a life of the party with a Mountain Dew or RC Cola. It's just a path I chose, really. People say God tempts you, you know. I don't think God tempts you, I think the devil tempts you.
That's right.
So, anyway, back in them days, I couldn't do anything without drinking a beer. I couldn't mow a yard without drinking a beer. I couldn't fish. I couldn't even grill an Oscar Mayer winger without drinking a beer, you know. Everything I did, I drank a beer in the shower. Literally, my shower was, some of the guys seen it, they've seen it, full of beer cans, because Elizabeth don't clean. Now, but that was me. I mean, that's who I was. I wasn't a bad guy. I never missed work. I was going to church at Ridgecrest. Matter of fact, kind of like Richard, they ordained me as a deacon. And I guess I had the wool pulled over their eyes for a long time. I would party like crazy Saturday night and then come to church Sunday morning, probably still on my breath, I'm sure, hungover a lot of times. And I was a deacon, but I was drunk just 12 hours before. I spent a lot of Saturday mornings, a lot of Sunday mornings, sending apologetic texts to people, sorry for the way I behaved at your house, sorry for breaking this, sorry for picking a fight. I like to try to pick fights, and I'm not built for fighting, if you guys can tell, I just ain't built for fighting. That's a joke. But anyway, that was me. I mean, I having a ball, but all around me, while I was having a ball, all these walls were just crumbling down, and I didn't realize it. Elizabeth didn't like it. Mama didn't like it. And them boys didn't like it. But I was selfish. I didn't care. And I started out drinking because I liked the taste of beer. I really liked it. I mean, it tasted good to me. But 2 tastes better than 1, 3 better than 2, and so on. And it's just a snowball effect. And, so there he was, deacon, had a good job, making money hand over fist. But none of that really, it didn't matter because I was ruining it all and didn't realize it because I was drunk. So, fast forward to April 17th. Well, before that, Elizabeth ran into Rodney at Walmart. Said, hey, tell Aaron we got a job opening. That's what I was doing. And I was like, well, I don't want to go crawling no hole. I like working at surface mines. But, Rodney was my teacher too. Elizabeth was teacher's aide. So it was just kind of like God put him there. So we ended up getting a job with him, working around all these Christian guys. And I was pretty much the most honoring one out of all of them. Still am, I guess. But that started a change in my life. They come to me at Ridgecrest because they saw a picture of me on Facebook with a beer in my hand, and I was a deacon. So I got a talking to about that. And it made me mad, and it shouldn't have, but it made me mad. It really ticked me off. So I ended up leaving there and trying Rodney's church out. Well, I was running these knuckleheads, Richard, Jordan, Josh, all the rest of you guys. And I could kind of feel like God was trying to convict me of this quitting drinking, but I had my heart hardened. I didn't want to listen to it because I was having way too much fun. I mean, I had been. Rodney even told me one time, made me mad. He said, I looked at your Facebook, you drank too much. I thought, well, he's just a preacher. Ain't none of his business what I do. He's trying to help me out, though, So anyway, I was just a heathen, to be honest with you. You fast forward up till April of last year, April 17th, me and Dane was turkey hunting. And it's a pretty day, turkey's gobbling. We didn't know where they were at. And Elizabeth had been somewhere the night before, left me home alone, which was a bad idea in those days. And I tied one on Saturday night, buddy, and I was wound up. So I was sitting there with my boy on the family farm, pretty day, turkey's gobbling, going to kill a turkey, and I was so hungover and still drunk that I was trying not to puke the entire time. And that's when God said, that's enough. I'm just, sitting there at the base of a tree in the woods, of all places, and he got a hold of me. I'm going to tell you something. When God gets a hold of you and convicts you of something, you better listen.
Amen.
Amen.
Because he don't play around. He don't play around. And like I said, I fought it for years. And in the middle of God being God, doing all these miracles, saving lives, saving people's, just doing all the things that God does, he took time to get a hold of me. A dang old low down scoundrel drunk in the woods, thinking about not going to church on the Sunday because I didn't feel like it. I was something over. And he got a hold of me and said, that's enough. He said, enough of this crap. You're going to go home, he can pour them beers out. Which I only had 2 left, so but night before I had no intentions of pouring any beers out. You know, I was actually thinking, what, I'm going to buy more beer on Sunday to get home to church. I only have 2 beers. So I called Smalls there, or texted her. Actually, I said, I'm going to pour them beers out when I get home. And she said she was getting ready to go to church. It takes her about 6 hours to get ready to go to church. She said she had just prayed about that very thing, about me getting rid of this drinking. So right about that time, Uncle Richie here, he decided to quit dipping. Jordan and Josh, we all decided we was going to give something up, hold each other accountable for this. And so we got home, we poured them out, and it was tough pouring them beers out. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll just be real, it was tough. I wanted to get in there and lick the sink out because there was beer residue in the sink. But it's tough. It's every day. Every day I was Snapchatted you, a week ago, I found a beer can in my barn, and I said, boy, I'd like to have one right now. But through friends holding me accountable, through God convicting me, through family, through this church, it's no more.
Amen.
And it ain't something you can do on your own. You know, when you stop doing that, your friends, and people say, well, they really weren't your friends, the ones you drank with and partied with. Well, they were my friends, and they still are. It's just, they ain't got convicted yet, but they'll get it. You know, one way or another, they will. But they look at you different. They treat you different. They don't want to hang out with you. But I'd soon have 4 real Christian friends that don't put stipulations on a friendship that we'll have a beer. And Richard said, let's have an iced tea or a taco or something, you know. It's not easy is what I'm trying to say. It's the everyday battle when you give something like that up. And now this number right here, 2190, that's 6 years worth of days. That's how many days I drank a beer, at least one, more likely 2. But this is my new number. It's 371 days I've been sober today.
Amen.
I'm going to tell you something, church, at 371 to trump at 2190 any day of the week.
Amen.
I'd rather have 1 day of sobriety than 1,000,000 days worth of drinking that beer. I'm telling you right now. And that number will be bigger than that other number. And however the math works out, I don't know. It's bigger now. It's bigger now to me.
Right.
But it's funny when you give something like that up. I told Small several times, I said, I feel like I'm alone in this, because I've done it for so long. All my buddies done it, and they treat me different. They couldn't invite me to things and all this, and that's okay. But people come out of the woodwork, man. I wish Daniel was here. Daniel Blacklock. He would text me every day. You wouldn't think Daniel Blacklock would. I mean, I love Daniel to death, but if you didn't know Daniel, you think he'd stab you and look at you, man. It's just, I don't mean that ugly, it's just Daniel. Every day he would text me, or message me, or call me, or same with Jordan, Josh, David, everybody. So you're not alone. Number one, God's behind you. Don't wipe my nose on the shirt. Number 2, you got your friends behind you. You know, I ain't going back to them days. That was a time of my life that I gave it up. And like I said, I don't judge anybody on anything. It don't matter what your sin is, whether it be drinking, drugs, pornography, stealing, whatever. You can't get rid of that on your own. You just can't. Once you soften that old heart up, let God come in, He'll take it from you. And He don't want, like Richard said, you can't ride the fence. He don't want a little bit. He wants all of it, Big Daddy. He wants it all. So you best be ready for it. I mean, I'm still, I don't know, I say cuss words all the time. I ain't the best fella there is, but the biggest thing that was sitting on the throne of my life instead of God, I got rid of it because of Him, because He helped me. And then He put people in my life to help me out along the way. So, I mean, I'm not going to say I don't want a beer every day, you know, but all I got to do is pray about it, or call one of these guys here, and I don't have to worry about it no more. But, I mean, I would help anybody out. I'm not no expert counselor or nothing, but I can tell you how I got rid of it, you know. And those of you that know me know that I was in it big time. I mean, I even had you want to know how to pack a cooler, let me know. I'll teach you how to pack a cooler. Well, if it's just pop, but every can gets its own ice. But anyway. I mean, that's how big time I was into it. But you know, thank the good Lord that this is my new number. Not 2190 anymore, and this is going up. So appreciate
Amen.
you guys. Thank you a lot for your time. And thanks for those that helped me. Appreciate it.